Specialty hot pepper farming, growing rare or super hot pepper varieties for sauce makers, growing specific hot peppers for sauce producers. It's a rewarding yet painstaking endeavor to grow rare or extremely spicy pepper kinds for niche sauce producers. To guarantee fruits that are of high quality, potent, and free of disease, it needs specific conditions and careful care throughout the entire growing cycle. This step-by-step guide examines the growing method with an emphasis on approaches that work well with high-value specialty crops like Carolina Reapers, ghost peppers, and other rare capsicum kinds. Step 1, planting and seed. Starting planting and starting the seeds inside well in advance of the anticipated last frost is the first crucial step. Super hot peppers, particularly capsicum chinense species, have a lengthy maturity period, frequently between 90 and 150 days from transplant, and a delayed germination rate. Choosing variety, choose the particular types they need by working closely with the manufacturer of your target source. Concentrate on uncommon genetic traits, distinctive taste profiles, or severe heat to guarantee genetic stability and true to type fruit, which is frequently demanded by specialized producers. High quality non-hybrid seeds, heirloom or open pollinated, must be sourced. Starting seeds should be started 8 to 12 weeks prior to the anticipated last frost date. In trays, plant the seeds in sterilized seed starting mix. Put them down at a depth of just around 1/4 inch. Make sure the environment is warm and stable. This is essential for germination. Keep the soil temperature between 80 degrees Fahrenheit and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius and 32 degrees Celsius using a heat mat. Make sure the moisture content is consistent but not excessive. Start with a humidity dome. As soon as the seeds germinate, take off the dome and give them plenty of sunlight. For 14 to 16 hours each day, use high output fluorescent or LED grow lights placed only a few inches above the seedlings. Leggy, extended and weak plants are the result of inadequate light. Step 2, transplanting and seedling care. After the seedlings have their first real leaves, attention turns to establishing a robust root system and getting ready for the last planting site. Putting in a pot when the seedlings have grown 2 or 3 sets of true leaves or are somewhat root-bound in their initial cells, they need to be transplanted into larger pots, 3 to 4 inches. Use a sterile premium potting mix. Before they can go outside, this allows them time to develop a strong root system. And keep the temperature in the 70 degree Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius range, and keep adding extra light. See, hardening, the plants need to be hardened off up approximately 7 to 10 days before the last transplanting date. By doing this, they get used to the outdoors environment, which includes shifting temperatures, wind, and direct sunshine. Begin by putting the plants outside in a shady, protected area for only 1 or 2 hours. Slowly introduce them to more direct sunlight and extend their exposure period. Bring them inside at night, particularly if the temperature falls below 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 degrees Celsius. This deliberate gradual approach helps to avoid sun scald and shock. Step 3, soil management and outdoor planting peppers like warm weather and well-draining soil. Choosing a location and preparing the soil. Select a field or garden area that gets plenty of sunlight, at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunshine. Clay soil that is dense, waterlogged, and causes root rot should be avoided or treated extensively. The ideal pH for soil is between 6.0 and 6.8, with a somewhat acidic to neutral pH, high organic content, and loamy texture. Prior to planting, add compost or aged manure to the soil. By doing this, the soil structure is improved and a slow-release supply of nutrients is provided. The last transplant. Only transplant the hardened-off seedlings once the soil temperature has reached and remained consistently above 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 degrees Celsius, and there is no risk of frost. Plant the seedlings at the same depth as their pots. Space them correctly, typically 18 to 24 inches apart, in rows 30 to 36 inches apart, depending on the variety's growth pattern. Think about using black plastic mulch. For specialized hot peppers, this is strongly advised because it heats the soil quickly, inhibits weeds, and retains moisture, all of which promote increased yields and faster development. Watering, fertilizing, and pest management are the topics covered in Step 4. Optimizing capsaicin, heat, and flavor production requires consistent nutrient, water, and pest management. Irrigation peppers require steady, uniform watering. Refrain from alternating between severe drought and excessive watering, which can result in fruit splitting or blossom end rot. The best approach is drip irrigation because it applies fertilizers, fertigation precisely, delivers water straight to the root zone, and maintains dry foliage, reducing the chance of fungal diseases. Diet: maintain a regular fertilizer regimen, but avoid too much nitrogen, particularly after the plants begin to bloom. At the expense of fruit output, high nitrogen content encourages leafy growth, foliage. Use a balanced fertilizer early in the season. Switch to a fertilizer that is higher in phosphorus P and potassium K to promote blooming and fruit production after the blooming process has begun. A perfect ratio would be something like 5 to 10 to 10 or 10 to 20 20. To avoid frequent problems like blossom end rot, make sure you have enough calcium and magnesium. Management of pests and diseases. Common pests such as aphids, spider mites, and flea beetles, as well as diseases like bacterial spot and fungal blights, can attack hot peppers. Check the plants for symptoms of illness or infestation every day. The key is early detection. Apply IPM techniques, physical barriers, helpful insects, and the cautious use of organic or permitted chemical controls only when absolutely necessary are included. Make sure there is adequate airflow by pruning the lower leaves and spacing plants appropriately to minimize fungal pressure. Step 5, heat management, support, and pruning, environmental and structural management are crucial as the plants grow. Cutting down the branches, although not always essential for all kinds. Some farmers prune their plants in order to boost productivity. This often includes removing the terminal bud, topping, while the plant is still young in order to promote lateral bushy development, or removing lower leaves and suckers in order to increase airflow. Support. In particular, extremely hot pepper plants may be fragile and prone to breaking in the wind, especially when laden with fruit. To support the major stems and branches, use stakes or a caging mechanism. Flavor and heat mild stress frequently affects capsaicin synthesis, which determines the degree of heat. While some farmers somewhat cut down on watering at the end of the season or permit the plants to endure daytime temperatures over 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Celsius, they should always be careful not to put the plants under stress that causes them to deteriorate. Plant death is not the aim. Rather, it is to maximize taste and warmth. Step 6, harvesting and post-harvesting. The last stage is the harvest, which must be carried out with accuracy in order to satisfy the demands of the sauce producer. Gathering the maximum amount of capsaicin is found in peppers when they are at their peak of maturity, and full color, which is when they are generally picked. This could be a deep red, yellow, orange, or any other color that the mature variety has. Green, immature pods have less heat and flavor. When picking really hot peppers, wear gloves to shield your skin from capsaicin oil. Cut the pepper from the plant using a pair of scissors or a sharp knife, leaving a tiny portion of the stem, calyx, connected. The plant may suffer if they are pulled off. To encourage the plant to yield more blossoms and fruit, harvest regularly, every 1 to 2 weeks. Handling after harvest. In many cases, the exact handling and shipping procedures are specified by the sauce manufacturer. Check the peppers carefully and take out any fruit with evidence of decay, insect infestation, or blemishes. Just perfect, top-notch peppers should be sold. Since moisture can accelerate deterioration, only wash the peppers if you are told to. To maintain freshness and quality, immediately pack them in suitable, breathable containers and make sure they are transported to the customer in a timely and temperature-controlled manner. By adhering to these careful procedures, specialized hot pepper growers can transform a little crop into a lucrative and specialized endeavor by producing the premium, strong, and distinctive peppers that gourmet sauce producers want.